Hey, have you ever wondered what would happen if you stopped doing something every day that might be draining all your energy? Now, imagine that instead of feeling tired or empty, you start feeling more energetic, focused, and confident. Sounds good, right? Well, all of this can happen when you stop masturbating and start practicing NoFAP. Let me tell you a story. Imagine you have a magical vault filled with energy, motivation, and potential. Every time you masturbate, you open that vault and let a little of that energy escape. At first, it might seem like it doesn't make a difference, but over time, the vault starts to empty, and you begin to feel more tired, unfocused, and without that drive that pushes you to achieve great things. Now, think about what happens when you decide to stop opening that vault and keep all that energy for yourself. What happens? Your vault starts to fill up again, and you begin to notice a transformation, more energy, sharper focus, and more motivation to pursue your goals. And my friend, this is just the beginning. In this video, I'll show you the incredible benefits of NoFAP and how stopping masturbation can bring a positive change to your life. You'll be amazed at everything you can gain when you start using your energy the right way. Are you ready to join this journey with me? Stay tuned and discover how you can become the best version of yourself. Now, let's dive into the first benefit. But before we start, just take a moment to check if you're already subscribed to the channel. Because here, in this channel, we'll be sharing a series of content in the upcoming videos to help you improve your mindset and your actions. First benefit, restoring your true self. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you could be more? Like something is missing? Maybe you feel tired all the time, with no energy to focus on what really matters. Or worse, you lack the confidence to face challenges, talk to someone you admire, or even believe in your own dreams. Have you ever felt that way? Now imagine this. What if I told you that you weren't born to live like that? Deep down, there's an incredible potential inside you, just waiting to be unleashed. Remember when you were a child, full of energy, curious about everything, and believing you could be anything? That person is still inside you. The problem is that, along the way, you've been caught up in habits that drain your energy, steal your confidence, and leave you unmotivated. It's like these habits are invisible thieves, holding you back and convincing you it's okay to settle. But let me tell you something, it's not okay. The good news? You can change that. You can reclaim your confidence, your energy, and that drive to conquer the world. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to do it. Pay close attention because what I'm about to share can transform your life. Second benefit, improved focus and clarity. Have you ever felt like your mind is stuck on a roller coaster? One moment you're full of energy and motivation, and the next, you're exhausted and unsure where to start. It's like trying to navigate a forest shrouded in fog. You take a step but can't see the next one. This lack of clarity and focus can be frustrating, especially when you have big dreams and goals, yet something always seems to hold you back. Let me tell you something most people don't realize. This mental roller coaster has everything to do with the dopamine highs and lows in your brain. When you give in to masturbation, your body experiences an instant spike in dopamine, the pleasure chemical. But shortly after, that dopamine crashes, leaving you tired, drained, and mentally foggy. You might have heard of the so-called post-ejaculation clarity, but let me explain why it's an illusion. What happens is that during intense desire, your mind becomes so chaotic that any relief feels like clarity. But it's just a trick, there's no real gain in it. Now imagine the opposite. Avoiding those dopamine peaks and crashes allows your mind to work more steadily. It's like stepping off that roller coaster and walking on flat, stable ground. You feel calmer, more focused, and most importantly, in control of yourself. In this video, I'll show you how to get off this emotional roller coaster and reclaim the mental clarity you deserve. This is the key to being more productive, making better decisions, and finally moving forward toward your goals. Are you ready to leave the fog behind and see your path ahead with clarity? Let's do this together, because this can change your life. Have you ever heard about this benefit before? Did you know it existed? Share in the comments if you've experienced this or if you know someone who has. I'll be there to help you in the comments. Third benefit, increased vital energy. Imagine a lion. Strong, agile, always ready to hunt, fight, and protect what's his. Now picture the same lion, but tired, unable even to lift his head. What's the difference between the two? It's vital energy. Now think about yourself. How many times have you felt like that tired lion? Maybe you wake up without energy, drag yourself through the day, and by the end, you don't even have the strength for the things you truly enjoy. It feels like something's missing, doesn't it? Let me tell you something, within you lies a powerful source of energy. Literally, it's the essence of life. It's where the strength to create, to act, and even to bring new life into existence comes from. This energy resides in your seed. Here's the issue, when you waste it, giving it away through repetitive habits like masturbation, you're literally draining your strength. Remember that moment when you felt empty, tired, and even unmotivated right after doing it? That happens because you just gave up one of the most powerful things you have. Your vital energy is gone, leaving you with that feeling of weakness. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Lucas, was always tired and unmotivated. He couldn't focus at work, procrastinated on everything, and constantly complained about not having the energy to get out of bed. One day, he decided to try something different. He stopped giving in to that habit. At first, it was tough, but over time, he noticed something incredible. He started feeling more energetic, more motivated, and even got back to working out at the gym, something he hadn't done in years. Lucas discovered something powerful. When you preserve your vital energy, it starts working in your favor. You feel stronger, more motivated, and ready to take on any challenge. So now I ask you, do you want to keep being that tired lion, lacking the strength to live fully? Or do you want to unlock your potential and become the powerful lion you're meant to be? In this video, I'll show you exactly how to stop wasting your energy and start using it to achieve your dreams. Fourth benefit, spiritual growth. Let me take you to a special moment. Imagine a peaceful afternoon. You're sitting in a quiet place, maybe on top of a mountain or in a serene park. The wind brushes your face, the sounds of nature fill the air, and for a moment, you feel a deep sense of peace, something that words can't fully describe. Have you ever experienced that? That feeling of being connected to something greater. Now let's return to the hustle and bustle of daily life. When was the last time you felt like that? For many of us, that connection is lost. We're stuck in a cycle of distractions, desires, and habits that seem harmless but silently pull us away from that inner peace. One of these habits is masturbation. It seems like just a physical act, right? But it's much deeper. Every time you give in, you're feeding a cycle of impulses that disconnect you from yourself. It's like you're plugging your ears and covering your eyes to the deeper connection that exists within you. Let me tell you about Joao. He was an ordinary guy but constantly restless. He said it always felt like something was missing, even when everything seemed fine. He decided to stop giving in to these impulses and noticed something different. His mind became clearer, he started meditating, reflecting more on life, and gradually felt something new, a sense of purpose and connection with the world and himself. He described it as lifting a veil that had been covering his vision. This is what happens when you let go of habits that trap you. You reconnect with your essence, that part of you seeking something deeper, something greater than fleeting pleasures. And guess what? This doesn't mean you have to become a monk or anything like that. It simply means finding balance, peace, and clarity amidst the daily chaos. If you feel stuck in a cycle, searching for something you can't quite define, maybe what's missing is this reconnection with your spirituality. Avoiding habits that drain your energy can be the first step toward feeling that peace and connection again. In this video, I'll show you how to start this journey and bring back that sense of purpose and clarity. Are you ready to discover a side of yourself that might be dormant? Before we move on to the fifth benefit, I noticed you haven't left a like on this video yet. This is super important to help you to keep sharing our content so we can continue helping you. So go ahead, leave a like, it's free. Thank you. Fifth benefit, discipline, the key to winners. If there's one quality that separates those who achieve great goals from those who remain stuck in the same place, it's discipline. Talent, resources, or even luck don't matter. Without discipline, no one goes far. Now, think about masturbation. This habit is often not about necessity but about giving in to fleeting impulses. Each time you choose this path, you're allowing your most primal desires to control your decisions. And you know what that means. Your mind isn't in charge. Being disciplined isn't just about saying no to masturbation. It's about saying yes to taking control of your life. When you master these impulses, you're training your mind to be stronger than temptations. You learn to resist instant gratification and focus on what truly matters, your goals, dreams, and personal growth. Imagine this scenario: two people have the same goal, but one is disciplined and the other isn't. Who do you think will go further? Discipline isn't just an advantage, it's a superpower. And the best part? It's entirely within your reach. Resisting masturbation is a powerful exercise in self-control. It's the practice of saying no to what doesn't serve you and yes to what makes you stronger. Even if someone argues there are no benefits, simply developing discipline puts you miles ahead. Remember, a disciplined man is unstoppable. He doesn't succumb to temptations, he masters his choices, and he builds his life with consistency. If you want to be that person, start now. Take the first step, resist the impulses, and notice how each small victory strengthens your mind. In this video, I'll help you understand how the discipline of avoiding bad habits can transform your life and take you to the next level. Ready to start building the strongest version of yourself? Let's go. Rock it. Sixth benefit, the impact of NoFAP on your energy and vitality. Arguments that masturbation relieves stress or is healthy are often presented as excuses, usually supported by dubious sources and driven by addiction. Let's do a quick exercise. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You wake up early and feel a vibrant energy coursing through your veins. You get out of bed effortlessly, with no laziness. The morning starts with you feeling refreshed, with a clear mind and a body ready to conquer the day. You feel unstoppable. Now, imagine the opposite. You wake up, but you're exhausted, drained. Even the act of getting out of bed feels impossible. Your mind is foggy, your body sluggish, like a shadow is following you all day. Does this sound familiar? For many, this second scenario is a direct result of bad habits that drain their energy, with excessive masturbation being a major culprit. Let me tell you about Paulo. He was the kind of guy who felt tired all the time, even after sleeping 8 hours a night. He lacked motivation and enthusiasm for the things he once loved doing. But Paulo decided to try something new. He started NoFAP. At first, he didn't notice any big changes. But as days passed, he began to feel something different. His energy increased. It wasn't an explosive energy, but a steady, constant energy, something he had never experienced before. He felt lighter, more focused, and motivated to get things done. This happens because when you practice NoFAP, you stop wasting your vital energy on instant gratification. That energy, which used to dissipate, begins to be stored and redirected. What you think of as just a small momentary pleasure has a much greater cost to your body and mind. When you stop releasing your energy in this way, you'll start noticing the effects in every aspect of your life. Your vitality grows, your disposition improves, and you realize you have more energy for what truly matters. Like Paulo, you can begin to see that by redirecting this energy toward your projects, your body, and your mind, you'll feel more alive and motivated. I'll show you how you can use the power of NoFAP to unlock your energy and live a more vibrant, purpose-driven life. The energy within you is far more powerful than you imagine, and I'll help you rediscover it. Have you heard about this benefit before? Did you know it existed? Share in the comments if you've experienced this or know someone who has. I'll be there to help you out in the comments. 7th benefit, restoring dopamine balance. NoFAP stabilizes dopamine levels by eliminating the spikes and crashes caused by masturbation, leading to a more balanced brain chemistry and greater emotional resilience. Imagine you're playing a video game where every decision influences the final outcome. At first, everything seems easy. But as the game progresses, the challenges become tougher, requiring more skill to advance. Now, imagine you're unknowingly losing points as you play. Each time you give in to impulses and the temptation of masturbation, it's like deducting points from your self-control. This was the case for Lucas. He was playing the game of life, and everything seemed fine. He had a good job, friends, and hobbies, but one habit always held him back from reaching the highest level of his game, masturbation. Every time he felt the urge, he gave in, leaving him more tired, distracted, and drained of the energy needed for what truly mattered. Lucas knew he needed something more, something to help him level up. That's when he decided to try NoFAP. At first, self-control felt difficult, like facing a final boss. But he persisted. Each day, his control over his mind and emotions grew stronger. He began to realize that true strength didn't come from giving in to impulses but from resisting them and learning to channel his emotions healthily. NoFAP isn't just about abstaining from something, it's about learning to manage your emotions and reactions. When you give in to desires without reflection, you miss the opportunity to understand your limits. But when you start controlling those impulses, you find an emotional balance that transforms your life. You become more focused, calm, and capable of handling challenges without losing your composure. Lucas felt an immense weight lifted off his shoulders as he realized this. He was no longer trapped by the highs and lows of instant gratification. He was taking control of his game, growing stronger daily. It wasn't just about resisting temptation but about achieving emotional balance that once seemed impossible. If you're at this point, feeling like your life could be more balanced and controlled, NoFAP might be the key to restoring that inner harmony. I'll guide you on how to develop unshakable self-control and how this will impact every aspect of your life, bringing peace, confidence, and clarity to your journey. Let's start playing the game of life with more balance and self-assurance. The first step to winning is understanding the power of self-control. 8th benefit, productive use of sexual energy. Sexual energy can be redirected toward constructive activities like physical exercise, enhancing mental clarity and physical vitality instead of succumbing to destructive habits. Imagine you're building a house. At first, it's just a pile of scattered materials, bricks, cement, wood. Everything is there, but nothing makes sense. To create a solid house, you need a plan. You need a strong foundation and careful decisions to ensure the walls are in the right place, the pillars sturdy, and the roof secure. This is what happens in personal growth. When you live in a cycle of instant gratification, like excessive masturbation, it's as if you're trying to build your life with weak and scattered materials. Every impulse you give into is like placing a brick in the wrong spot. It may seem like progress, but the structure is far from stable, vulnerable to the slightest storm. Let's talk about Paulo. He was a guy who dreamed of being more disciplined, focused, and successful. However, he knew something was holding him back. He spent most of his time battling his own impulses, feeling tired and struggling to maintain his energy. Every time he gave in to the temptation of masturbation, he felt like he was wasting a part of his strength, as if a piece of his mental foundation was lost. Then Paulo decided to try NoFAP. At first, it wasn't easy because, like any construction, the beginning was tough. He was used to the comforts of instant gratification. But as the days went by, he noticed something incredible. He had more energy, focus, and clarity to make decisions that truly mattered. He was more present and motivated to work toward his goals. Paulo realized that by maintaining self-control, he was finally building something lasting. He wasn't constructing his life with weak and impulsive materials anymore. He was laying solid bricks, creating a foundation of discipline, focus, and self-control. Each day he abstained, he felt stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the challenges ahead. This self-control Paulo cultivated wasn't just about avoiding a habit, it was about strengthening his ability to make good decisions, stand firm against temptations, and use his energy for growth instead of falling into vicious cycles. It was an invisible yet powerful force transforming him. Now, imagine how your life could change if you took the same path. By applying NoFAP, you too can start building your life solidly, step by step. You're creating the foundation for a stronger, more disciplined, and resilient mindset. No matter the challenges you face, with self-control, you can remain steady and focus on what truly matters, your personal growth and success. Ninth benefit, physical and existential power of semen. Semen is presented as a source of immense physical and existential power, emphasizing its value and the harm of wasting it. Imagine you are on a vast battlefield, but instead of fighting external enemies, you're facing the greatest enemy of all, your own desires. Each temptation, each impulse that arises, is like a soldier trying to bring you down. Every time you give in, you feel a little weaker, as if you've lost ground. Now, think about John, a young man who always felt like he was at war with his own desires. He knew what he wanted for his life, more energy, more focus, more confidence. But every time the urge to give in to masturbation arose, he saw himself throwing all his progress away. Each time he gave in, he felt empty, drained of energy. He felt demotivated and mentally clouded. One day, John decided he didn't want to be defeated anymore. He was tired of losing battles. He knew the secret lay in controlling his impulses, not letting them control him. He decided to take on a NoFAP challenge. At first, it was hard. Temptations were everywhere, and he felt immense internal pressure to give in. But he did something different. He started to resist with discipline. Whenever he felt the urge, he stopped, took a deep breath, and reminded himself of what he wanted to achieve. Instead of giving in to the momentary impulse, he redirected his energy to something more productive, working out, studying, or even going for a walk. Each time he resisted, John felt a growing sense of victory. He felt like he was becoming stronger, more resolute. It was as if he were building a fortress in his mind. Days went by, and John began to notice real changes. He wasn't just feeling more motivated and energized, he was also more focused on his goals. He realized that every time he resisted temptation, his mindset became stronger, as if he was shaping a new version of himself. He was no longer being dragged by his impulses. He was in control. This resistance wasn't just about not giving in. It was about creating a stronger, more resilient mindset. John began to understand that true power wasn't in following his impulses but in having control over them. Resisting temptations not only strengthened his mind but also improved his self-esteem and confidence. He realized that by winning these internal battles, he was creating a better version of himself, more disciplined, more focused, more capable of achieving anything he wanted. Each day without giving in was a victory. Each day of self-control was proof that he was on the right path. John then became a stronger, more centered version of himself. He didn't just face his temptations, he overcame them. And that was the true secret of his success. Now, imagine if you had the same strength to resist temptations and mold your own ironclad mindset. 10th benefit, transforming sexual energy into creative and productive power. The speaker encourages men to adopt NoFAP as a path to evolving in life, highlighting the importance of self-control and discipline in resisting primal desires. Now, picture yourself in a laboratory, not just any lab, but a place where you are the scientist and the raw material you work with is pure energy. Every day, when you wake up, you feel an immense amount of energy pulsing within you, like a secret fuel waiting to be used constructively. You know this energy isn't there just to be wasted on momentary impulses. It holds a potential that, if well directed, can transform your life. Let's call this scientist Carlos. He had always been a creative person full of ideas, but over time, he started to feel like he was losing his energy. He knew his creativity was one of his greatest strengths, but he also knew he was wasting much of this energy unproductively, especially with habits like masturbation. One day, Carlos decided to try something different. He read about NoFAP and thought, what if I channeled all this sexual energy into something more powerful? Something that would help me achieve my goals. He was determined to try. The first challenge was resistance. How could he control this growing energy and use it positively? In the first days, the temptation to give in was strong, and he felt tempted to return to old habits. But instead of giving in, Carlos focused on what truly mattered, his creative goals. He sat down to write, draw, and create. Each time he felt the urge to give in, he redirected his energy into his work, his ideas, and his dreams. As days went by, something remarkable happened. Carlos began to notice that his mind was clearer, his ideas flowed more easily. His energy was no longer being drained by fleeting impulses, it was being channeled toward his dreams. Not only was he more creative, but he was also more productive, focused, and motivated. The sexual energy that once consumed him now propelled him to become a more focused and accomplished version of himself. The energy that once seemed uncontrollable became a source of power for his personal development. He felt more alive, more engaged, more excited about the future. Every creative project he touched seemed to come alive, flowing effortlessly and with enthusiasm. Carlos's story is one you can live too. The secret lies in realizing that sexual energy, when controlled and channeled, not only gives you vitality but can also be transformed into extraordinary creative power. By resisting impulses and channeling this energy into your passions and goals, you're unlocking hidden potential within yourself. Believe me, this is one of the greatest secrets to achieving success and becoming the best version of yourself. Don't let this energy slip away without purpose. Conclusion *. Now that you know all the benefits of NoFAP, it's important to remember one thing: the vital energy within you is an incredible power, but you must learn how to use it wisely. When you avoid waste, like masturbation, this energy is preserved, and you start to see how it can propel you to great achievements. Think of it like this: it's as if you have a superpower within you. The more you control this power, the stronger and more focused you become, and it can help you achieve everything you want in life. But for this to happen, you need to stay alert, because vital energy is valuable. If you use it wisely, you'll feel more motivated, more productive, and have more energy to accomplish your dreams. Stay mindful of this increase in energy because it will be the fuel for your journey. Now, the choice is yours. Use this power to create an incredible life or let it slip away. So, take advantage of it and channel this energy in the best possible way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Stay tuned because I'll bring great videos for you in the future. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Take care. Hey, have you ever wondered what would happen if you stopped doing something every day that might be draining all your energy? Now, imagine that instead of feeling tired or empty, you start feeling more energetic, focused, and confident. Sounds good, right? Well, all of this can happen when you stop masturbating and start practicing NoFAP. Let me tell you a story. Imagine you have a magical vault filled with energy, motivation, and potential. Every time you masturbate, you open that vault and let a little of that energy escape. At first, it might seem like it doesn't make a difference, but over time, the vault starts to empty, and you begin to feel more tired, unfocused, and without that drive that pushes you to achieve great things. Now, think about what happens when you decide to stop opening that vault and keep all that energy for yourself. What happens? Your vault starts to fill up again, and you begin to notice a transformation: more energy, sharper focus, and more motivation to pursue your goals. And my friend, this is just the beginning. In this video, I'll show you the incredible benefits of NoFAP and how stopping masturbation can bring a positive change to your life. You'll be amazed at everything you can gain when you start using your energy the right way. Are you ready to join this journey with me? Stay tuned and discover how you can become the best version of yourself. Now, let's dive into the first benefit. But before we start, just take a moment to check if you're already subscribed to the channel. Because here, in this channel, we'll be sharing a series of content in the upcoming videos to help you improve your mindset and your actions.